as Teofimo Lopez calls out Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta Davis no shows on Canelo. So we didn't find anything out about what's going to happen hopefully this year, but there were some very significant things that did take place in that regard. So pay attention to the end of this video and let's talk about it. All right, welcome back to the channel. You know I was looking for it last night. You know we were looking for it. Gervonta Davis to make his appearance at the Canelo Alvarez fight, as was promised, or at least rumored, or what do you call it when you have an educated gate? Oh, yeah, it was a hypothesis. That's probably one of the most friendly ways that we can go towards that. Yeah, you know, the same rumor, though, that Gervonta Davis is going to be there, and we were then going to find out who he's going to fight next. Unfortunately, Gervonta no shows, but that could be good news that he didn't come to the show, because I just heard that Teofimo Lopez is now really pushing for a Gervonta Davis fight. It seems as he realizes that 147-pound dream is not really the best for him. Terrence Crawford's not going to fight him, so that big opportunity is not there for him. Errol's up at 154 pounds. Boots is just a whooping waiting to happen. That's not going to happen. So, hey, man, Teofimo Lopez gets his senses right and starts doing something that he hasn't done in a while, which is say, let's get the fight with Gervonta Davis. Hey, man, I love it. I think that would be an excellent fight that I certainly hope takes place, because Teofimo Lopez, say what you want about him, will actually step in that ring with Gervonta. I 100% believe that. All of the stuff that was said about Teofimo Lopez when he was being compared to Devin Haney, when Devin Haney was the one looking for the belts. I'm looking for everybody. I want all the smoke. And Teofimo Lopez was the IBF champion, and he was trying to fight Lomachenko, and Devin kept jumping in his face, and people were like, hey, and he was like, yeah, I'll fight you. Or he says, and that fight doesn't happen. So Teofimo Lopez was ducking. Well, fast forward some time, and Teofimo moved up in weight and fought Josh Taylor and beat Josh Taylor. It was not an easy fight for him. I mean, going into that, I mean, after my guy loses to, who was the dude that he had beaten, that came back. All right. Can't remember the name of the guy. Having a hard time getting it. But Josh Taylor, the British dude that beat him, it's a good fighter. But Teofimo Lopez was the first person to crack that shell. So I think Teofimo Lopez is willing to fight tough competition. And I think that fight with Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta may be the biggest fight available for either guy. Devin Haney doesn't seem like he's really about it anymore. At least, at the moment, I won't say anymore. He doesn't seem like he's really about it at the moment. So a Gervonta Davis fight with Devin Haney isn't really anything that anybody's talking about. In fact, even Eddie Hearn is like telling Devin Haney to take a step back and take developmental fights and don't even fight for a championship next, which is crazy because Eddie Hearn is somebody that has fighters that fight for him in the UK down at 126. Those fighters like Josh Warrington and guys like that, those guys will get knocked out cold and be right back in a championship fight with the guy that knocked him out. But Devin Haney gets beat by Ryan Garcia, but no, we don't really need to do that right now. We need Devin Haney to get into some, low pay, we're not paying him a lot of money, those type of scenarios, man. Eddie Hearn anyway. So Devin Haney's not a realistic option. Lomachenko seems like he don't want the smoke, at least for this year. Shakur Stevenson just had hand surgery. Rolly Romero lost to Pitbull. Pitbull lost to Rayo. Rayo seems like he's not coming back this year. Now, I don't know if Teofimo Lopez is going to be available this year, and I certainly don't know whether or not the reason why there's been no announcement is that, man, maybe, hopefully, please God, they're negotiating a fight with Bob Arum for Teofimo Lopez. That would be absolutely spectacular. And it's possible, seeing as the last legitimate person that Gervonta Davis was negotiating with negotiating with for a fight, who was Vasily Lomachenko was with Bob Arum. So it seems like the door is open for Bob Arum fights, but we'll see. I just want to see Gervonta back this year. I have to tell you though, man, that card last night with Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga, it was a good card, man. It was a good card. That Berlanga, the Arizlandi Lara, besides the Arizlandi Lara Danny Garcia fight, which was, man, it was painful to watch, man. For up until the knockout, up until, you could tell that Arizlandi Lara was walking him down and he was just too big and too strong for Danny Garcia. And then Danny Garcia winds up not coming out. So that probably means the end of Danny Garcia's career. But it was nice to see him. Nice to see those guys in that fight. The real good fights, though, obviously the Canelo and the Berlanga fight was terrific. That was a rare case of both guys doing what they were supposed to do. Canelo Alvarez came in there and he definitely dominated the fight. Can't say he didn't dominate the fight. He was putting it on him. He was taking it to him. Berlanga did what he was supposed to do. He didn't skitter a bug around the ring. He stood right there in front of him, used good defense to slip some shots, right? Didn't allow Canelo Alvarez to get off, to really connect to his head too often. But man, them bodies, those ribs was nice and tenderized, man. Nice and tenderized what Canelo did to them ribs of Edgar Berlanga. But just all around, man, just real good card, man. I enjoyed it. Rolly Romero got a win. Rolly didn't look the best, but that's a win. So good for Rolly. It didn't look the best, but he got a win. Good for Rolly. Caleb Plant versus whoever the guy was with Billy Bob Thornton, whoever that was. Good fight for Crumba. Good fight for Caleb Plant as well, man. Really enjoyed it, man. Enjoyed the fight. He looked good. And see if there was anybody else on there. Steve Fulton Jr. made the return. Cool boy Steph. He got his win. So, he's out there doing his thing. So going to get back in position for a title defense at 126. And, hey, man, all around just good stuff last night off that PBC card. The only really unfortunate thing about it is that it cost $90. Can't say I was happy about that. And I was complaining about it the entire fight. But right during the Canelo Alvarez fight, I said, you know what? This almost made it worth it. This fight by itself, just to see Edgar Berlanga put on a show like that. I mean, I'm really happy for the young man. Really happy for Edgar Berlanga. Congratulations to Edgar Berlanga. And, he's going to definitely have more fights. He's definitely going to, do some things. And some people are going to be looking to fight, going to be looking to fight him. So, hey, Edgar Berlanga put that, did his thing. Now, hey, go fight David Benavidez since Canelo isn't. Canelo ain't going to do it. So, hey, man, sky's the limit for Berlanga, really, just for getting through that fight. But he didn't just get through that fight. He had his moments and he did his thing. All around, good night. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.